My motivation is definitely my number one fan, and my mom. She's been sick, since she was younger. So, just seeing her overcome, her sickness, defeat the odds. That's definitely why she's my motivation. She's been my motivation since I've been taking care of her to now. She's my number one supporter. So she's definitely the reason why I do what I do. Honestly, I overcame a lot, throughout my experience being here in college, especially this past semester. It was always my goal to, have a reception, on the football field. I accomplished that last season. It was my goal to be student government president. I accomplished that last spring. It was my goal to always, touch people's hearts, and I feel like I'm doing that now. So I still have more goals that I want to accomplish, but I feel like I'm on the right path. Age 27, definitely see myself being a successful young entrepreneur. Definitely making over $100,000 a year, and just supporting my family. That's ultimately my number one goal as well. But I just see myself being successful. Central is definitely what you make it. Like any other university, there's a lot of pros and cons, but there's plenty of opportunities, and I've been able to have a hand in those opportunities, as well as everyone else, who seizes those opportunities. So it's really what you make it. You have to grind. The opportunities that we do have, you have to take it. You can't take it with a grain of salt. You got to, go head on and just, accomplish what you want to accomplish. Because if you don't do it, no one's going to do it for you. So it's what you make it. What makes Central different? Really, just the type of people that we have here. Don't get me wrong, there are, what you call typical individuals, whatever you think that is. But I feel like we have a lot of people here, who are generous. They really care for you, as well as your well-being. And I'm not talking about faculty and administration. I'm just really students. I've met some great individuals here. They helped me, throughout my path. Being in college, they helped me from my freshman year to my senior year now. So it's really, different groups of people. But I know that's at every other university. But it's really perspective. It's what you think. But personally, that's how I feel. I feel like, we have different individuals here. Hobbies I've always wanted to try, photography. That's number one on my bucket list. Always wanted to be a pro basketball player. That's something that I don't think I'll accomplish, but that's definitely one. Football, that's always been my hobby. Lifting weights is always my hobby. I kind of have not too much exciting hobbies, but just general. My favorite animal is definitely a lion. Lions, they're fierce, the dominant factor, within their family. I admire, how a lion, they'll go without eating, but, they'll make sure they provide for their family first, before providing for themselves. So just seeing the selflessness, from animals, it translates to, how I pride myself. So I definitely admire the figure of the lion. They're both great brands, but I gotta go with Nike. I got Nike on right now, and it's a great brand. I mess with Adidas though. Definitely mess with Adidas. Central, I miss the camaraderie here. Just the feeling from when we have events, just seeing all the students, everybody come together, just to be one, unified. That's a great thing to see. That's something that I feel like we still lack in a sense, but, depending on what the event is or, what's taking place, we have it sometimes, but that's something I definitely want to see more, and that's something that I definitely miss, just, being unified, the camaraderie. Growing up, I've always wanted to be like my older brother. He's always, been that figure for me. My father wasn't around growing up, so, I always looked to him, as far as, what to be like years to come. I admire my brother now. He takes care of his family. He's in the Navy now, so he goes on deployment for a long time, long periods of time, and he just sacrifices for his family, and he does what he has to do, to make sure they have a roof over their heads and make sure they have food to eat. So my brother, is someone I still admire today, and I still want to be like today. So definitely my older brother. Superhero, I'll definitely be Superman. I mess with Superman ever since I was younger. Just to be able to have, two different hats. He could be business-like, then, rip the dress shirt off and do what he does. So definitely Superman. The new generation of rappers, honestly, I really don't vibe with them. The music is catchy, but I just feel like the culture, it's a lack of culture in the music. We still have, artists who, they fill that gap, like, J. Cole, Kendrick, but it's definitely, it's not the same, and I mean, hats off to the artists, because, they see how the system is, and, they make their living off of it, they're successful from it, but I definitely can't vibe with it. When I'm alone, I think about a lot. Mainly, I think about my mother, how I'm gonna be able to provide for her, post-college when I'm done. I think about my flaws a lot, certain things I want to overcome with myself, how to be a better man. Think about family, think about others most of the time, how I can impact someone else's life, how I can help someone who's in need. But it really depends on the time and place, but majority of the time I think about my family, I think about how I can make myself a better man and just, helping others. My favorite 90s jam is definitely Return of the Mac. Growing up, my best friend, he always played it. His dad he jams in 90s music, so that's something that I've always heard. I love that song. Motivational quote. I'll use my platform from when I was running for SGA president, just to persevere to prosperity, defeat the odds. We all, we come against, a lot of obstacles in life. There may be a lot of roadblocks, but you just have to keep pushing forward. A lot of those situations that you go through in life is what prepares you, for the next step. So, you learn something from every experience. So you really just have to keep going, stay motivated, stay inspired, and just aspire what you want to be. We have, limitless opportunities for success. So, you just have to keep going. Don't let anybody hold you back. That's the number one thing. In my life, past experience, with football, for instance, I let the coach defeat me. I let him belittle me. I let him tell me, I wasn't good enough. My last game, I had a reception, so I proved them wrong. So just overcoming adversity, just, being what you want to be, which, we all want to be successful. So that's definitely the quote. If y'all need some snacks, come shop with me. I'm in Found One, room 313. I got your honey buns, your Hot Pockets, your drinks, your chips, anything you could think of, come shop for me. You don't got cash? It's cool, I got card. You can swipe. You don't got card? It's cool, I got Cash App. And also, this is a cHoP.Productions. Shout out to EA for doing this thing. Just keep grinding, man.